morning, everybody. Thank you for stopping by. I'm sorry I've been missing for so long. We've had company from out of town. My son and his wife and daughter stopped by, and they were here for a week. And I need a vacation. But no, it was nice for them to be here, and it was just exhausting. So I thought that I would come on, as I was supposed to do a video last week for Christmas in July 2022 for Teri from Sweet Pea Papers and Lisa Fisher from Lisa Fisher's Paper and Bling. I think it's Paper and Bling. I'm pretty sure. But I'll leave the description below. There are many people in the collaboration. I believe there's going to be 80 videos total for the month of July, and mine is one of them. So unfortunately, I haven't been able to watch any of them. Actually, I have. I watched Teri's on one day before my son came. She's doing a journal, so I was able to watch hers, but I'll get there. I'm trying to catch up on my videos and say hi to all my friends, and I've just been off the radar. So today I chose some paper that I really like. It's from oh, I've had her for a long time. She's no longer in business, but I used to purchase from her all the time on Etsy, and I bought her digital, Lifetime Digitals, about 2 years ago, and it was, I think she named it French Lemon Studios, something like that. But anyway, it doesn't matter because she's not in business anymore. So, but I love the paper, and it's, you know, at the Christmas tree, and of course my color's pink, and I just put, you know, something on the back of each page, and I folded it. So everything's cut down to size so that we wouldn't have to do all of that. And so all you have to do is choose your papers. And this is for later. I'll put this to the side. So you choose your papers that you want to use, and these are the papers that I chose. And choose your cover. And then once you have, this is 8.5 by 11, and it's on cardstock, because we're going to make an ephemera holder. And the reason why is because I started to get out all of my Christmas and realized my plastic bags are just not going to work this year. You know, they're great in my file cabinet, but I want them where I can see them, and I want them so that I'll use them. And if I have them in my desk and I have them all lined up, then I'll be able to pull out whichever one that I decide that, you know, my ephemera is in, and I'll use it. And I like to have pretty things on my desk. So it's very simple. So all you do is you choose however many pages you want in your book. And you want to make sure all your pages are up the right way. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. And everything looks like it's up right. Yes. So once you have all the pages in right, then all you're going to do is you want to get either some acetate or some vellum. I happen to have run across some transparencies, and I am so glad that I did. These are the over-the-head projector ones that we used to use when we were in school. Many of you will recognize it. Many of you won't. But all it is it's a clear, you know, like a clear acetate, but it's a little bit sturdier. So all you want is some vellum or some acetate, if you can see that. And I found this at St. Vincent de Paul. They had 2 packages of it, full packages, not used, for 10 cents a package. So I was thrilled because I use a lot of this in my little folios here. So all you want to do is measure where you want your pockets to go. So I do know, I'll take out some of the ones I already have cut out of this baggie, and I have some doilies, and I have some, let's see, what else do I have in here? I have some smaller little postcards, and I know I have some real small Santas. So I know that I want a large pocket in the front and in the back. So I'm going to take my first page and I'm going to make a large pocket for the front and the back, only because I want to be able to have like my doilies and things like that. Like my postcards. Well, my postcards can go in a smaller pocket, but my doilies are pretty good size. So, but they'll fit, so that's good. And I think I may have to put those in a different book, but we'll see. So then what you want to do is just take your transparency or your vellum, and you want to measure it, and then you want to cut it. And put this over here. So I have about 4.5 inches to work with. These may have to go in a bigger book. Yeah, because this is 5 inches. My doilies are 5 inches, so they're going to have to go in a bigger book, which I'll be making up as well. So, but I'm still going to make the bigger pocket. So 4.5 inches. So I want to go 4.5 inches wide by 4 inches tall. And I always leave a white piece of paper behind it so that I can see it, because if I don't, I can't see it because it's clear. But your glitter glue or, you know, anything like that holds it. And you can sew it as well. So what did I say? 4 inches tall by 4.5 inches wide. So 4 inches, I'll go 4.5 inches tall. by 4 inches wide. And that should give me 2 pockets. And this one, and this one will be a little bit wider, which is fine. I better cut this one down a little bit. There, that's much better. Am I in frame? I hope you're all doing well. I hope you've all had a good start to your July. Since we're already almost in the middle of July. So we're just going to place those right there, okay? And I'm just going to get out my art glitter glue. I'm just going to put a skiff right along the edge here, and it will dry clear. I'm not going to go all the way to the top, so that I can get my things in and out. But I do want to go all along the edge here. And we want to place that right at the bottom. And then just tap it down. And make sure you place it where you want it, because once it's down with this art glitter glue, it's down. It's not coming up. Yep, that's good. And just kind of push it just a little bit this way towards the middle so that it's not real tight. Just a little bit so that you can get your things in and out. And if you get a little bit of glue there, wait for it to dry. And then take your white eraser and just erase that glue right off. And it will come right off. Or your gum eraser. Don't use, a pencil eraser, because that will just make it dirty. And then we'll take our other side. And we'll run this. I figured I'd start with my ephemera holder, and that way anything that I make after this, I'll just be able to go right into my ephemera holder and get what I need for the other things that I make this week or next week. I I hope you all stop by on Tuesday. I'll be doing a, I'm in a collaboration with Mandy from Sunflower Indoors and Justine. They have a new Facebook group, and it's all about July. That's the name of the collaboration. So that will be fun. And I have decided what I'm going to make. There. So you've got your 2 pockets, and I'm going to let those dry. I'm not going to try and force anything in, but there you go. They fit very nicely in there. And some of these I cut out, you know, last year or the year before. So some of them are on cardstock, and I don't know what kits they're from. I have no idea. Some are freebies, some I got last year, some I got 4 years ago. But they're all adorable. So the tall ones will go on the first page, like so. And you can get quite a few in there. Let's see if I can get any more in there. I don't want to force too many in there because we just glued it down. This is a beautiful postcard. I just love it. I'm pretty sure this is Ruby and Pearl, but I don't know if it's going to fit. No. I don't want to force it. Well, no. I'll put that in a different one. And some smaller doilies I can put. Oh, I'll leave the postcards with the postcards. Leave those like that for now. And there's your first page, okay? And then you want to take your next page up. Where did I put it? And you want to do the same thing, but with this page, we're going to do 2. So we'll put this to the side, and we'll get our cutter. And I have to always measure twice, cut once. So I'm going to go across 4.5 inches. 4.5 by 3. So I can get 2 strips. So I need this to be 3 inches. And I need this to be 4.5. actually could have gone bigger than 4.5. I'll save that for my smaller one. I can actually go 5. There's 5 by 3. Yeah, that's better. 5 by 3. Oh, I have 2 pieces here. So I'll go 5 long by 3. See if I can get one more. Yep. 5 by 3. And 5 by 3. Perfect. So we're going to place these here, here, because we want to be able to get in here without encroaching our, you know, our space. My stone frame. Good. Okay. So that's how you do for this. I should have had all these cut prior to, but I didn't. I have to learn to do that. So there's one that's 5 by 3. I'm going to put that down and let that dry. And I didn't go all the way to the bottom, but just about. So I don't want anything to fall out. And people ask, does it ever come loose? I've had ephemera holders that have lasted with vellum before I found some acetate for 2 years, and they're still holding up. They haven't torn. So I'm going to put this one right here. And like I said, you could sew this, but you would have to get the ones, because I'm going to put some on this side as well. You would have to make sure that your, you know, your acetate was exactly at the same spot, or else you'd have, you know, stitches everywhere. So I'm not going to sew this. You can do it, it can be done, but this one I'm not going to be doing that too. And I won't do every page, I'm just giving you an example of your pages. And you can use anything you have. You can even use cardstock. I just like to see what's in there, because if I don't see it, I don't use it. I forget that it's there. This gal's mind isn't what it used to be, and she forgets. When I pulled out my files for Christmas, I was like, oh yes, I remember that. I have almost a whole journal that I purchased with Angela Kerr from last year that I didn't do the whole journal. I did parts. I used parts of it for different journals, but I didn't use the whole kit, so I'll be excited to use that. And then just let it dry. And then once it's dry, you can take your pieces and you can slide them in there. I wouldn't put something this small in there. I'd use it for something larger, but you get the point. So once you have all your pages together, all you have to do is find your cover, and then you're going to sew in your signatures just like you would any other signature, okay? But before you do that, you want to make sure that you think about what you want for your closure. And I'm going to put something along the edge of mine because I want to be able to close it with a ribbon. So I am going to just clip my pages like this. I'm going to get some lace here and wrap it around the edge here. Make sure I have it going the right way, or is that inside out? I can never tell. Oh, it's this way. So I'm just going to put this like this. But before I do, I'm just going to do this long because I can always cut it. And this is just some chiffon ribbon and some lace, and this keeps it nice and sturdy before I sew in my signatures. And I'm just going to take some Fabri-Tac make sure I have my middle here. crease is even, I can always cut that end. So I'm just going to put a little bit here and put my ribbon here. And then I'm going to run some glue down this edge. And then I'm going to take my little mask brush and I'm just gonna wipe this a little bit because that way it won't come through my lace. I'm just gonna leave it until it gets a little bit tacky. And then make sure it's in the middle. There we go. And then I'm going to press this over. And that way, when I do sew my signatures in, I'll do a 3 pamphlet stitch with some wax thread. And that way it'll be nice and sturdy because I have my cardstock plus I have my fabric lace. I'll just flip it over. And I'm going to do the same thing to the back. Just run a bead. Not too much. You don't need that much. Why am I getting threads? And rub it this way. And I'll leave all the designers who are in the collaboration in the description box below. Please do visit them. There's a lot of collaborations going on this month. I know that. Very hard to visit everybody. But we've got Rach and Bella. They have a summer collaboration going on. And then we have Mandy and Justine, and I can't remember offhand what their Facebook site is, but their collaboration is all about July. And then we have Megan. She's doing one, and Rachel from Roxy Creations is doing her continuing with her collaboration, not collaboration, but her series on her stitchery. So that's all you have to do. Now I'm gonna just glue that a little bit more. Oops. Get these papers out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. And then once you've got that done, you can then cut however long you want your tie. I guess I took out a little bit more than I needed, but that's okay. Too much is better than not enough. And we have our little, I'm just gonna undo this. I always like to clip mine because that way I know that everything's staying still. Once you have this full, I wouldn't clip this yet. Wait until you have it full, and then you can clip your tie because it's gonna fill up. So you know, it's gonna get bulky. And then you can go along here and you can clip it there. And you can clip it here. And once you have all your plastic or your, you know, whatever you're going to put on the inside, then go ahead and put all your signatures together. But definitely put in all of your whatever you're going to use, your acetate or your vellum, whatever. Put those on your pages first, and then go ahead and make sure you clip it together and tie in your signatures with a 3 pamphlet stitch, and that takes care of that part. And we have one more part to go with this, and it's very simple. If I can find it, because I had it already cut and ready to go. If I can find it. It's over here someplace. Oh dear. Okay, here's this. Put this back in here. And I save all these little white pieces of paper if you're using acetate. And save all your acetate pieces because you can use them for other things. Or vellum. And let's see where we are. For time. Yes, okay. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm sure everybody has all of these little see if I have them in here. They may not be in here. They may be in another bag. Nope, some are in here. But like these words and sentiments and things like that. like these. So I thought rather than put them in here, we would make a different one. So what we would do is we'd take two pieces like this, okay? And we would take another piece of lace or ribbon or cloth or anything that you have. Measure out how much you need, because this is going to open and close like that. So I want to cut this even. Like that. I'm going to cut this a little bit long. Okay, so now we have a little piece of cloth there. And, well, that's lace, but you can use anything you want. This is from just the bottom of an envelope that I had as a scrap, but I'm going to use it as a pocket. But I don't want it to look like this because it's going to go in our book. So I want it to be pretty. So I have this extra piece here. So I want to use something to cover it with, which I'll use maybe I'll use this. Yeah, I'll use that. So I'm just going to take some glue and I'm going to make a pocket out of this. But first I'm going to cover it with some glue. This is just a part of a white envelope that I cut off that I'm using for the pocket. So we'll just put that there. I always like to use my brayer or my bone folder to make sure that glue is down good. And then I'm going to cut this out. Save this because you'll probably need it for something. And then you're going to just fold it up and you're going to make a pocket out of it. Oops. But you want to be even. this edge here. And I'm going to go across this edge here. And I'm just going to make sure everything meets up good. And that looks great. I'm going to get my little punch, and I'm going to make a notch. Just because, not for really any reason, just to show that it's a pocket. And then we can leave this aside to dry. I might have to put some clips on this because it's really pretty thick. I think we're getting a thunderstorm. Sounds like it. So I'll just leave this over here to dry. And then I'm going to take my two pieces here. We sure are. And I am going to put this here. And then I want to get some more vellum, which I put, that's going to be hard to see. I may have to get a new sheet. Oh no, here's some. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some vellum here so that I can put my little words and things in there, or tags or tickets or what have you. So I think what I'll do is, these are a little over 8 inches long, so I'll do 2, 4, 6, I'll do 3, 6, I'll do a 3-inch and a 2-inch. Oh, by 2 1/4. By 2 1/4. That was hard to see. And that's a little bit long, so I'll go a little bit shorter. That was 3-inch, I'm going to go 2 3/4. Oh, I forgot to put my little pin back in. I hope it works good. Nope, it doesn't want to work, so we'll have to put it back in. I forgot to put it back in. And this is upside down. I'm glad I noticed that. There's some wording on here, so I just want to make sure the wording's right. And this is just scrap paper that I had. You could use Christmas paper by all means. So what did I say that was? 2 1/4, 2 3/4. My glue is coming out kind of fast. I think it's because it's warm. And it's really early here. Very early. 6 o'clock. I wanted to get this video done and up so I could video again this afternoon if I felt better. I'm awfully tired from company. There we go. And I'll find another little piece, I hope. Yep. So 2 1/4, oh, 2 3/4. Wait a minute. 2 and 1, 2, 3. 5, 3. It's hard to see. This just needs to be a little bit shorter. Next time I'll definitely have these cut ahead of time. But this is what I mean by not throwing away any of your scraps, because you can always use them. And let's see if I have one more. I don't really want to cut another one. Yes, I do. It's going to be a little bit shorter, but that's okay. So 2 3/4. Two and 3/4. Which is good because I didn't have to cut a whole nother piece. Oops, wrong glue. I would definitely use your art glitter glue for this. I know wet glue will definitely not work. It will lift. So will double-sided tape. On acetate. I'm not sure on the vellum. I'm going to put this one down a little bit here. So once you've got that all on, you want to take your fabric. You can use any kind of fabric. You can use calico, you can use anything you want, because you're just going to put it like this. I'm gonna flip these over. I probably shouldn't use lace. Let me see if I have a piece of I think I do over here someplace in my little bag of tricks. I don't think the lace will hold. I think I need like a piece of calico or cotton. Maybe some linen if I have some in here. I do. The lace is pretty, but I don't think it's gonna work. So it's a little bit wide, so I'll just cut that. And put one piece here and one piece here. No. Hold on. I just don't want anything to be upside down. Put one piece here. Oh, and you can also put pockets on the other side as well. That's upside down. I want to make sure it's upside right. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your Fabri-Tac again, put a small bead along this edge, get your little brush, and place it down. You just want to have enough room so that it will close, you know, open and close. So basically this is your spine. Sorry. And you can do this for any project, or it doesn't have to be just for Christmas, but I like to keep all my pieces to my projects together. And Christmas, I have a lot of, because I'll start working Christmas around Halloween. Where is there's my brayer. And I'm just gonna make sure that's nice and firm. And you can decorate this any way you want. Just for time's sake, I'm not going to do that. And now you have a little booklet where, what did I do with my words? Let's move some of this out of the way. Let's put our pin back in our glitter glue so that it doesn't go bad, or so that our hole doesn't clog up. Oh, here they are. So now you have some place to put your sentiments and words to keep them separate from, and put your smaller ones down here. Put the smaller ones up here. I hope I'm still in frame. And then, that's pretty dry. Seems dry. And I like my edges to be like this, so if you don't, you can glue them down tighter. Just make sure you have this middle piece. And then you just want to cut straight across without cutting your cardstock. And then you want to take your booklet. Didn't cut that very straight. There we go. So there you go. You have a little booklet for your words, and you could even put, you know, Merry Christmas or something like that on the front of it. Even a Santa down here, you know, Christmas greetings or something. Or what I would do, because I want to know that that's where I keep my little words and sentiments, I would probably take something like this. Never lose your sparkle. But I'll do that later. And then you want to take your book that you just made, which is right here. with your very long ribbons. Don't have to cut them that long. And you just want to pick a page. I think that I will do my center page. And I am going to take my pocket, which is all glued and nice and tight. And I am not going to have anything go in the back because I don't really need that space. So I'm going to glue this right down to the page. Again, you want to do this before you put your signatures together, just like you would any other journal. You know, do all your stitching and what have you first, and then put your signatures together. And if you want to see me put your signatures together, please leave comments, and I'll wait and do that tomorrow. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to put it right down almost to the edge, like this. And then when that's dry, you have this with your words and your sentiments in it. And you can tuck it right inside that pocket. And there you go. And you've got everything together in one book, which, like I said, will shorten these up a little bit. And that will look really nice on your desk, and will have all of your items in it for when you go to do your Christmas, whatever you do for your Christmas makes. So I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope it wasn't too long. It was, again, and I'm sorry about that. I'll try and make it shorter the next time. I'm trying very, very hard. And I hope you all have a blessed day. Be well. Be safe. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.